Hi, people. Maureen Wavenberg here again, as always. Yeah, as you can tell from the header, in this segment, I'm going to discuss, in this video, I'll be discussing how to deal with squatters in general, because a lot of people have difficulty dealing with this issue, honestly. Um, of course, it depends on the country you live in and whatnot. Um, as far as I know, in the US, for example, in general, if someone squats in your house, so someone breaks into your house and occupies it, for example, while you're away, you've been away for a week or so, or a couple of days even, and then, yeah, if they manage to, if there is no evidence of how long they've been there, and or if it turns out that they've been there for a month at least or something along those lines, in any case an extensive amount of time, then they automatically are seen in the eyes of the law as legal tenants, despite the fact that they don't pay a dime in rent, as well as the fact that there is no lease and or rental agreement whatsoever. It depends on, it varies in the US specifically. It varies by state, obviously, and whatnot. I'm not caught up in detail, in great detail, on the details themselves, on the specifications, but it doesn't matter. Point in general is that, generally speaking, yeah, a lot of people have this issue, and to deal with it is a pain in the ass. That's why some people, for example, in the example I gave regarding the US, will gladly pay a squatter a specific amount of money to leave, because it's a lot easier than dragging the issue through courts, which will take up time and resources and money and all of that. Um, and worst case scenario is that you might come off worse off than you were before, spending a lot more money overall than the whole issue was worth from your vantage point, in terms of if the person had to pay rent or needed to pay rent. Yeah, in any case, in this video, I'm going to discuss a couple of general things that a lot of people overlook in terms of how to deal with this issue. And like I said, these are general measurements or general guidelines for how to deal with someone, and for someone that's squatting in a home that belongs to you, and or similar. If you want to get rid of a squatter, one basic general rule is that you simply need to make their lives a living hell, plain and simple. Make life in the house that the squatter is occupying so unbearable that the squatter will not be able to even remotely lead a normal life there. Examples that I can give are that you can shut off electricity, shut off power, shut off water, indoor plumbing, so water supply from into the house in the way of indoor plumbing. Um, Shut off septic tank surfaces if possible. Um, you name it. Just be a huge pain in the ass for them. Let your see to it that you essentially ravage your house, in the way, in terms of making it as unlivable as, or as uninhabitable or as inhospitable as possible for them, all the while, of course, minimizing or not seeing to it that your house doesn't contract any damage whatsoever. You could also, for example, dump a lot of garbage or similar, um, near your house, so that this, to the point where the stench is overwhelming on a consistent level. That will definitely also do the trick. If it were me personally, for example, in addition to all the other stuff that I was about to do that I already mentioned, shut off everything that they need to lead a normal life. No internet access, no power, so no electricity, no indoor plumbing, no nothing, no bathroom use, nothing. Um, Honestly, I know I remember from chemical class, but you can easily look it up online on how to make a stink bomb, and you can make one that is literally as devastatingly smelly as possible, and the smell simply lasts an extensive amount of time. It's essentially the equivalent of being sprayed by a skunk. And yeah, you simply throw that onto your lawn or to the front door or similar, you name it. You These are simple examples, honestly. No other specific example comes to mind, but the message is clear. If you have a squatter that's occupying a house and you're a homeowner, then you simply need to make life as miserable as possible for the squatter, uh, and afterwards, or while after you've done so, you've undertaken these measures. It's simply a matter of playing the waiting game, in terms of seeing how long your squatter can last there without without going outright insane, honestly. In addition, if you want to really just, if you want to go the entire 9 yards or 9 miles, you really want to push the pedal to the metal in the way of punishing that squatter. Someone like me can definitely help you, to say the least, with relative ease. Um, but those are simply some self-help tips, things you can do essentially to make life as unbearable as possible for your squatter. Um, any kind of rodent infestation would also help. A vermin infestation, like essentially thinging the house with, seeing to it that the house gets riddled with cockroaches or similar. Although that would be a bit extravagant and unorthodox. But yeah, you get the gist of it, okay? I hope this information, as always, will be useful to at least someone out there. Bye, guys. Until next time.